for those of you who watched the Merseyside derby today on Monday Night Football in English Premier League action, you could tell this was more than just your regular EPL game. This is one of the most bitter rivalries, not only in all of football, but in all of sports. I mean, Liverpool and Everton is a massive feud that dates back to even before the 20th century. It's about as old as rivalries get, and you could feel the intensity and the passion permeating Goodison Park today. And ultimately, Liverpool came out triumphant, winning 1-0 in stoppage time, well into stoppage time. So much given, 8 minutes of stoppage time to be exact, and they tacked on even more afterwards. But Sadio Mane's rebound off of a brilliant Daniel Sturridge shot that bounced off the post, that made the difference, and it is a huge result for Liverpool, moving up to second in the Barclays Premier League table. And, it's just a massive win for the table and for morale. This game was very evenly matched early on, back-to-back possession, so to speak, and it was oftentimes played in the midfield. There weren't too many great chances in the first half. Of course, there were no goals scored in the first half, and there were no, shockingly bad missed opportunities. But, towards the half-hour mark, Liverpool started to take control. They didn't really let up from there. And while it was a pretty evenly matched game, I do think Liverpool was the better side, not by a long shot necessarily, but it's 3 points well deserved for the Reds. And you got to give huge credit to the defense. Some people are hailing Dejan Lovren as the man of the match. I feel like he needs to step up more when Joel Matip is out of the lineup as he was today. And, Ragnar Klavan did an admirable job in his backup role once again after leading Liverpool to a win last week as well. But, Lovren was so solid. He kept Romelu Lukaku in his back pocket for the majority of the game. And the complexion of the game took a little bit of a shift as well once Martin van Stekelenburg, Everton's starting goalkeeper, suffered an injury with a collision inside the box in the second half, forcing Robles to come on. Now, to Robles' credit, he made an incredible save off of a very nice attempt from Roberto Firmino after he came on. I really thought Liverpool were going to score there, but that goal was not meant to be. So, with Simon Mignolet finishing the match with another clean sheet, you have to think that his place as Liverpool's number one goalkeeper is safe for now. Of course, when Matip is fit, he absolutely has to be in the lineup. There are going to be major concerns going forward if he can stay fit. And speaking of players who have had fitness issues, Daniel Sturridge was back in the lineup, and I personally would have brought him on a lot sooner. Firmino played well. Mane had his moments, of course, the goal being the biggest of them. And, there was really no dominant player up top. I was not all that impressed with Origi today. He did not get enough touches and really sufficient service, in my opinion. James Milner in particular had some bad crosses, but, not everyone can be at the top of their game every match. So when you can play matches where you're not, getting the best out of the whole team, but can still pull off the 3 points, those are the results of champions. So, like I mentioned before, an extremely intense match. There was more oomph, more substance in each challenge. And honestly, Ross Barkley played a despicable performance. That tackle he made on Jordan Henderson was studs up. It should have got him sent off. He was very lucky not to get red carded. He repeatedly and habitually shoved Liverpool players in the back when he did not win balls. So, Ronald Koeman had said, he needs to work harder in the past. Well, guess what? Playing dirty does not mean working harder, Ross Barkley. So keep that in mind as you look to move to a bigger club eventually. So, massive result. Really, that's what it all comes down to. Liverpool, the 3 points. Everton get nothing at home. Liverpool have now been undefeated in their last 12 matches in the Merseyside derby. A great trend. Merseyside is red. Liverpool runs Merseyside. As Bill Shankly once said, there are two great teams in Merseyside, Liverpool and Liverpool Reserves. So Everton, they have to know their place, which is always inferior to Liverpool. So with that, I remind you, Reds fans, as always, you'll never walk alone. Thank you for tuning in, and please subscribe to my channel.